Hey Stoic warriors, welcome back to Deep Dive Stoic. Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked into the mirror and barely recognized the man staring back? Like you're looking at a stranger, distant, hollow, a man you barely even know anymore. Because somewhere along the way you started drifting through life, numb, detached, caught in the same dead-end cycles, watching your own potential rot away while time slips through your fingers like water through a broken dam. Maybe you let yourself get used to it. Maybe you stopped fighting, stopped believing there was more inside you. And now the fire that once could have lit up the world. It's reduced to barely flickering embers. But listen to me. Fire never truly dies. It waits. It waits for the man willing to reignite it, to fight for it, to breathe life back into it with his own willpower. And right now, at this very second, you have a choice. Feed the fire until it roars, or watch it die and bury your greatness forever. A man who bows to comfort chains himself to weakness. A man who fears hardship is already conquered before the battle even begins. A man who refuses to change is already digging his own grave, one wasted second at a time. A true Stoic doesn't wish for easier circumstances. He bends pain into power, turns rejection into resilience, and transforms scars into weapons of wisdom. He does not kneel to struggle. He makes struggle kneel to him. This right here is where everything changes, but it means nothing if you just sit there. You must move. You must act. Do not let the fire inside you die a quiet death. And while you're at it, smash that like button, subscribe, and lock in, because this isn't just another video. This is the moment you either wake up or fade away forever. Now, let's get to work. Number 1. Reset. Burn the past and release the weight. Have you ever wondered why, no matter how hard you try to move forward, it feels like something invisible is holding you back, dragging you down, choking your momentum? Most men don't realize it, but they are shackled to the rotting corpses of their past. They are trying to build a new life while dragging behind them every failure, every betrayal, every whispered doubt that ever told them they weren't good enough. And it's killing them, slowly, silently. They are trapped, not by the world, not by fate, but by their own refusal to let go. Look at your own life. How many times have you replayed the same mistake, the same heartbreak, the same regret, like a movie you can't stop watching even though you know the ending never changes? How many times have you let the past dictate your future, making decisions based on fear, on shame, on wounds that should have been buried long ago? You cannot carry the past and expect to run toward greatness. You cannot clutch dead weight and hope to soar. You have to cut it loose. You have to burn it down to the ground. That breakup that shattered you. It wasn't the end of you, it was the beginning. That failure that humiliated you. It wasn't a curse, it was a gift wrapped in pain. Every betrayal, every scar carved into your soul. They weren't signs you were weak, they were proving grounds, but only if you see them for what they are. If you keep dragging your pain forward, it will become your prison. If you burn it, it will become your fuel. The Stoics knew this. They understood that suffering only has the power you allow it to have. Marcus Aurelius said, "The past is a thing beyond our control. It's dead. It's dust. It can only hurt you if you keep breathing life back into it. So why are you still negotiating with the ghosts of your failures? Why are you still arguing with people who already showed you who they are? Why are you still blaming the world for chains you have the power to break?" Some men wear their past like armor, proudly carrying their pain as if it makes them untouchable. But it doesn't. It makes them heavy. It makes them slow. It keeps them stuck. And deep down, they know it. They know they're hiding behind old wounds because it's easier than facing the terrifying freedom of starting over. But you're not here to be a prisoner of your old life. You are here to rip it apart with your bare hands. You are here to kill the man who kept stumbling, who kept doubting, who kept settling for less than he was destined for. And in his place, you will forge a warrior. A man who wears no chains, who bows to no fear, who moves forward without dragging dead weight behind him. Reset, burn the past, tear up the contracts you signed with your failures, your betrayals, your old identity. Set fire to the regrets. Watch them burn, watch them crumble into nothing. You owe your old self nothing. That man who failed, that man who fell, he is dead, and he deserves to stay dead. Every second you spend mourning him is a second you could be spending building the man you were born to be. The fire inside you, the one you thought was dying, It roars back to life the moment you decide to let the past burn. Can you feel it? That surge of energy when you realize you're not bound to who you used to be. That rush of freedom when you stop clinging to the weight that was never yours to carry in the first place. That is what it feels like to be alive again. That is what it feels like to take your power back. The world doesn't own you. Your mistakes don't own you. The people who doubted you, betrayed you, abandoned you, they don't own you. The only thing that owns you is the choice you make right now. Reset your life. Set fire to everything that chains you to the ground. Every regret, every failure, every heartbreak, every lie you told yourself that you weren't enough. Watch them burn. Smell the smoke. Feel the chains snap and fall from your soul. Let the past be what it was meant to be. A battlefield you survived, not a cage you rot inside. This is the moment. This is the line in the sand. You either keep dragging the wreckage behind you, or you torch it all and move forward with fire in your chest, and a future forged by your own hands. The past is not your home. It is your fuel. Burn it. Let it roar. And from those ashes, rise. Rise into the man you swore you would become. Rise into the storm. Rise into the legend you were meant to be. Reset. Burn it all. Rebuild stronger. Your future is not waiting. It's pounding at your door. Open it. Number 2. Restart. Build a new foundation. Most men fear starting over more than they fear death itself, because to restart means facing the brutal truth that everything you once built, everything you once believed was solid, has crumbled beneath your feet. But what they don't understand is this. Destruction is not the enemy. It's the birthplace of unstoppable power, because when everything you once leaned on is ripped away, when your comfort is shattered and your plans lie in ruins, you are given the rarest opportunity of all, the chance to rebuild yourself from nothing, raw and real, forged by your own hands and no one else's lies. Why do so many stay stuck, trapped in lives they hate, stuck in cycles they despise? It's because they're terrified of being a beginner again, terrified of looking foolish, terrified of sweating, stumbling, failing in the light of day. But the warrior, the Stoic, he knows the secret. Restarting is not humiliation. It's freedom, it's raw creation, it's the rebirth of power so pure that nothing in this world can match it. You think the legends, the unstoppable forces you admire, were handed perfect lives. No. They were broken first, shattered into 1,000 pieces, and they chose to gather those shards and forge a sword out of them. Every time the path collapsed beneath their feet, they didn't sit in the rubble crying about how unfair life was. They stood up, they rebuilt, they bled, and they conquered. You want to know why you feel restless inside, why a part of you aches every time you wake up and realize you're still living a life 10 sizes too small for your soul. It's because the warrior inside you is begging to restart, begging to tear it all down and begin again, fiercer, smarter, more relentless than ever. The Stoics didn't just endure hardship. They embraced it as the forge where greatness is born. And you must do the same. You must understand that every collapse, every defeat, every failure you fear is actually the call to restart stronger, faster, more precise. Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor strengthens the body." And if you are serious about becoming a man who cannot be broken, you must crave the difficulty, you must hunger for the rebuilding, because what you are constructing is not just a better life, it is a stronger soul. Think about it. What if everything falling apart wasn't life punishing you, but life clearing the wreckage that was too weak to carry you forward? What if every failure was not a loss, but an invitation to build a foundation so unshakable that nothing, no betrayal, no loss, no hardship could ever destroy it again? Restarting isn't weakness. It's the purest act of power you can perform. It is you looking the universe dead in the eye and saying, "Tear it all away, I will build better." The old path is dead. Good. It was too small for you anyway. The old dreams died. Good. They were made for a man you have already outgrown. The old identity crumbled. Good. It couldn't carry the weight of the destiny you are called to fulfill. When the world burns down your comfort, it is giving you the chance to build a kingdom out of the ashes. Will you take it? Will you have the courage to let go of what was and embrace what could be? Will you stop mourning what you lost and start fighting for what you are destined to build? The men you admire, the legends you revere, every single one of them reached a moment when everything they counted on was ripped away. And it was in that exact moment, when they had nothing left but their willpower, that they became unstoppable. They didn't fear starting over. They didn't mourn the old life. They put their heads down, set their souls on fire, and rebuilt something that the world could not ignore. And you, right now, are standing at the same crossroad. The ruins of your past life are at your feet. You can sit in the rubble and cry about it. Or you can pick up the pieces, sharpen them into weapons, and start carving a new empire out of the dirt. Restart. Tear it all down. Or let go of the old foundation that could never hold the weight of the greatness you are building now. Build something better, something stronger, something forged in fire and carried on your back like a war banner no one can rip away. Every moment you spend clinging to what collapsed is a moment you lose from building what's meant to be. Restart not with fear, but with ferocity. Restart not as a victim, but as a conqueror. Restart not as the man who fell, but as the man who refused to stay down. Seneca's wisdom echoes louder now than ever. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Stop imagining your failure. Stop fearing the unknown. Step into it with eyes wide open and fists clenched. Restart your life with the reckless courage of a man who knows the only way forward is through the fire. And when the world tries to pull you back down, when the weight feels unbearable, when the doubt creeps in like poison, remember this. Every time you choose to stand back up, every time you choose to restart, you are becoming something the world cannot defeat. You are not rebuilding a life, you are forging a legacy. You are not just surviving, you are rising, relentless, roaring, unstoppable. So take the wreckage life handed you and do what warriors do. Rebuild it into something legendary. Number 3. Refocus. Lock in on your mission. Look around you. Really look. What do you see? A world addicted to noise, men lost in endless distractions, scrolling their lives away one mindless click at a time, chasing fleeting dopamine hits while their real dreams wither and die right in front of them. And the worst part is, they don't even notice. They don't even care. They live as if time is infinite, as if tomorrow is guaranteed, wasting their days, their weeks, their years on things that mean absolutely nothing. And when they finally wake up, when they finally realize how much they've thrown away, it's already too late. But you are not here to be one of them. You are not here to drift aimlessly until your spirit fades into the background noise of a wasted life. You are here to dominate your purpose, to lock in on a mission so fierce, so consuming, that no force in this world can pull you away from it. You see, most men think success is about talent or luck or timing. But it's not. Success is obsession. It's focus. It's cutting away every single thing that doesn't serve your mission with ruthless precision, and refusing to look back. Why do most people fail? Not because they're weak, not because they're incapable, but because they're distracted. Because every time the path got hard, they let the noise pull them off course. They answered every call that didn't deserve their attention. They chased every shiny thing that had no place in their destiny. They let the world dictate their focus, and in doing so, they handed over their lives without even realizing it. You have to be different. You have to be brutal with your focus. You have to draw a line and say, if it doesn't move me closer to my mission, it dies. Period. Your mission must burn hotter than every excuse, every distraction, every temptation that tries to pull you away. When the world scrolls, you work. When the world drifts, you drive. When the world doubts, you double down. Real success, real greatness demands that you become a machine, laser-focused, unshakable, relentless. Every breath you take, every step you make, every decision you choose must serve your mission. No wandering, no half measures, no surrender. Do you want to be remembered? Do you want to carve your name into the bones of history? Then you must make the decision to live differently, to live with ruthless focus, to turn your back on anything and everything that doesn't forge you into the man you're destined to be. Think about it. How much time have you already wasted chasing things that didn't matter? How many hours, days, years have slipped through your fingers because you were too busy following the crowd, feeding your distractions, numbing yourself with empty pleasures? The brutal truth is, you don't have unlimited time. Every second that ticks by is one less you'll ever get back. You are dying. Every day, every breath, every heartbeat brings you closer to the final chapter. And when that day comes, when you stand at the edge of your life looking back, what will you see? A man who locked in and lived with fire? Or a man who wandered lost and regretful, haunted by the chances he never took? Epictetus said it best: freedom is the only worthy goal in life. Freedom from what? Freedom from weakness. Freedom from distraction. Freedom from everything that doesn't serve your purpose. You don't owe the world your attention. You don't owe every distraction a response. You owe your mission, your life. The world will try to pull you off course. It always will. It will throw distractions at you dressed as opportunities. It will tempt you with comfort when you need discipline. It will flood you with noise when you need silence to build. But you must rise above it. You must become the storm that moves through the chaos untouched. You must make your focus so sharp, so intense that nothing, no betrayal, no hardship, no temptation, can break your gaze. Imagine what your life could look like if you gave your mission the same obsession you give your distractions. Imagine the empire you could build, the legacy you could carve into existence if you stopped wasting your energy on things that have no place in your future. This is the power of focus. It's not just about working harder, it's about cutting deeper. It's about eliminating everything that weakens you until only the essential remains: the mission, the purpose, the fire. The Stoics understood this at their core. A man who masters his focus masters his fate. So ask yourself this right now. What distractions are you allowing to rob you of your future? What excuses are you clinging to that are keeping you small, keeping you weak? What worthless noise are you giving your precious energy to when it should be fueling the fire of your destiny? Cut it. Cut it all. Burn the distractions down to ash and stand above the ruins with only your purpose left, shining like a sword in your hand. This is your life. This is your one shot. There are no do-overs, no resets, no rewinds. Every moment you waste is a moment you can never get back. So lock in. Refocus. Bury the distractions. Starve the excuses. Feed the fire. Make your mission the only thing that matters. The only thing that moves you. The only thing that defines you. And when the world tries to drown you in noise, when the temptations come whispering in your ear, when the failures pile up and try to shake your confidence, remember who you are. You are a warrior of focus. You are a storm of purpose. You are a man who refuses to be distracted, delayed, or defeated. Focus until your life becomes a weapon. Focus until your soul becomes unstoppable. Focus until the world has no choice but to step aside and watch you rise. Number 4. Protect your energy. Not everyone deserves access to you. There's a truth you need to burn into your soul right now. Not everyone deserves access to you. Not everyone is worthy of your time, your attention, your mind, or your energy. And the faster you accept that, the faster you will rise. Because the harsh reality is this: there are people in this world who will drain you, weaken you, rob you of your fire without a second thought. And if you let them, they will hollow you out until there's nothing left but regret and wasted potential. Some people are not just distractions, they are destroyers, parasites in disguise, smiling faces hiding hands that drain your spirit dry. And the longer you keep them around out of guilt, out of habit, out of weakness, the longer you sentence yourself to mediocrity. Look around your life right now. Who is fueling your fire and who is suffocating it? Who makes you feel more powerful, more alive, more capable of taking over the world? And who leaves you feeling small, doubting yourself, second-guessing your dreams? If you cannot look around and see a circle of warriors, a circle of men and women who sharpen you into something sharper, stronger, more dangerous, then you are standing in the wrong circle. Every minute you waste on people who don't deserve you is a minute stolen from your destiny. Every second you explain yourself to people who will never understand your vision is a second you will never get back. You cannot afford to hand pieces of your soul to those who only seek to break you. You are not here to be everyone's emotional crutch. You are not here to fix everyone else while you rot from the inside out. You are here to build a life that roars, a legacy that shakes the earth, a future that makes the world remember your name long after you're gone. And you cannot do that while surrounded by anchors disguised as friends. Ask yourself right now, who drains you, who dims you, who pulls you back every time you start to rise? Cut them off. Cold, ruthless, without apology. Protect your energy like your life depends on it, because it does. Your energy is the very essence of who you are. It fuels your vision, your ambition, your fire, and if you allow anyone, to steal it, you are handing them the keys to your future. Stop explaining your boundaries. Stop apologizing for leveling up. Stop feeling guilty for leaving behind people who refuse to grow. Growth demands separation. Growth demands sacrifice. Growth demands that you walk away from those who would rather see you small than celebrate you becoming unstoppable. It's not cruelty. It's survival. It's war. And in war, hesitation kills. Cut the dead weight or be dragged down with it. Some of you are still clinging to people you outgrew years ago. Friends, lovers, family. Relationships that served their purpose but have long since become poison. You tell yourself it's loyalty. You tell yourself it's compassion. But deep down you know, it's fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of standing on your own. Fear of choosing yourself over the comfort of familiar pain. But a warrior knows, better to walk alone in strength than to be surrounded by weakness disguised as love. Better to protect your fire and build an empire alone than to rot in the company of cowards. The Stoics knew this. They understood that your environment is either sharpening you or dulling you. There is no middle ground. Epictetus said, "The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. Anything less is a betrayal of your destiny." You have to be savage about this. You have to be relentless, because the world will not protect your energy for you. It will steal it, drain it, bleed it dry, until you are a hollow shell of the man you were meant to be. Protect your mind like it's a fortress under siege. Protect your heart like it's a crown no one else has the right to touch. Protect your soul like it's the fire that keeps you breathing. And understand this, the moment you start protecting your energy, you will feel it. You will feel your spirit get heavier, denser, stronger. You will feel the clarity sharpen your mind like a blade. You will feel the power surge back into your veins like a storm. And you will look around and realize, most people were never on your side to begin with. They loved the weaker version of you. They loved the version that needed them, that doubted himself, that played small. The stronger you become, the more you will see who truly belongs at your side, and who never did. Protecting your energy is not about being heartless. It's about being fearless. Fearless enough to choose your future over your past. Fearless enough to walk away from anyone who cannot match your vision, your hunger, your fire. Fearless enough to realize that loyalty without growth is just another form of bondage. And once you understand this, once you truly see it, you will never waste another breath on anyone who drains your spirit. You will walk taller, move faster, dream bigger. You will become a force the world cannot ignore, because you will no longer be chained to the dead weight of the unworthy. You will be free, free to build, free to rise, free to conquer. So ask yourself right now, who deserves a place in the empire you are building? Who deserves access to the fire you are forging inside you? If they cannot rise with you, if they cannot sharpen you, if they cannot fuel your mission, then they do not deserve a single second of your time, your mind, or your soul. Cut them off. Burn the bridges. Protect your energy like your life depends on it, because it does. And when you do, when you finally unleash the full force of who you were meant to be, without apology, without compromise, without hesitation, the world will have no choice but to move out of your way. Number 5, discipline over feelings. Build unbreakable habits. There's a brutal truth that separates the weak from the unstoppable. Discipline is everything and feelings are nothing, because if you live by your feelings, you will die by your failures. Feelings are fleeting, fragile, unreliable. They rise and fall with the weather, with your moods, with every little setback that life throws at you. But discipline is eternal. Discipline is the fire that never dies, the steel that never bends, the one weapon you carry that the world can never strip away. Look around you. Most men are slaves to how they feel. They move when they feel motivated. They work when it's easy. They chase dreams when it's comfortable. But the second the hunger fades, the second the pain kicks in, they fold, they retreat, they fall back into the arms of comfort, and then they wonder why their lives are so small, so broken, so ordinary. But you're not here to live an ordinary life. You are not here to chase comfort and call it happiness. You are here to build something unbreakable, something immortal, and that can only be built on the back of discipline. If you are waiting for the right mood, for the perfect moment, For the inspiration to strike, you have already lost. Winners don't wait for the world to hand them an invitation. They move whether they feel like it or not. They show up when it's cold, when it's hard, when every fiber of their being screams for them to quit, and they move anyway. That is the iron law of greatness. You act not because you feel ready, but because the mission demands it. Ask yourself right now, how many dreams have you abandoned because you didn't feel ready? How many opportunities have you watched pass you by because you were too tired, too afraid, too unsure? The truth is brutal but simple. The man who lives by his feelings dies with his regrets. The man who lives by discipline dies with a legacy. Every time you let your feelings dictate your actions, you are handing over control of your life to weakness, to fear, to everything inside you that wants you to stay small and broken. You cannot afford it. Not if you're serious about becoming the force you were born to be. You must build habits that do not bend to emotion, that do not waver when the storm comes, that stand tall no matter how much pain, how much exhaustion, how much doubt tries to tear you down. Because storms will come, doubt will come, exhaustion will come. And when they do, the man who built his life on feelings will crumble. But the man who built his life on discipline will endure, will advance, will conquer. Marcus Aurelius, the titan of Stoicism, understood this better than anyone. He said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Every obstacle is not a reason to stop. It's a reason to move harder, stronger, faster. Every time you are tired, you move. Every time you are afraid, you move. Every time you doubt yourself, you move. That is the way of the warrior. That is the way of the man who refuses to be broken. You don't negotiate with your feelings. You don't argue with your fear. You act because that is who you are. Action over hesitation. Discipline over emotion. Forward over everything. Building discipline is not glamorous. It's not sexy. It's not about inspirational quotes and motivational speeches. It's about waking up every day and doing the work, no matter what. It's about building habits so relentless, so automatic, that you no longer waste energy deciding whether or not to act. You just act. You grind when it's boring. You grind when it's brutal. You grind when no one's watching, when no one's applauding, when the only reward is the man you are slowly, painfully, gloriously becoming. That is the real prize. Not the money, not the fame, not the approval of others, but the strength you forge inside yourself through 1,000 days of thankless discipline. Every morning you rise when the world sleeps. Every workout you push through when your body screams to stop. Every page you write. Every deal you chase. Every battle you fight when no one else believes in you. These are the bricks that build an unbreakable man. You are not crafting a life of ease. You are crafting a soul of iron. And when the storms come, and they will come, when the failures pile up, when the betrayals cut deep, when the dreams seem too distant to ever reach, you will not break. You will not fold. You will not fall. Because you were built for this. You chose this. You crafted yourself into a weapon the world cannot destroy. So ask yourself right now, are you living by discipline or by feelings? Are you moving because the mission demands it, or are you waiting for permission from your emotions? Are you forging habits that make you unstoppable, or are you letting comfort kill you slowly? This is the line in the sand. This is the moment you choose, comfort or conquest, weakness or willpower, regret or legacy. And remember, no one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you the life you dream about. No one is going to drag you across the finish line. It's you. It's always been you. You are your own savior. You are your own executioner. Every day, every action, every habit. You are either killing the weakness inside you or feeding it. There is no middle ground. You are either rising or dying. Which will you choose? Winners move without feeling. Warriors build without applause. Kings rise without permission. Be one of them. Build your discipline until it drowns out every excuse, every fear, every weakness trying to claw you back down into mediocrity. Let your discipline roar louder than your doubt. Let it carry you when your strength fails. Let it build you into a monument of unbreakable will. Because in the end, when the dust clears and the weak have fallen, it will not be the motivated who stand victorious. It will be the disciplined, always. Listen carefully. You are standing at the crossroads, and no one is coming to drag you across. No mentor, no miracle, no second chance will appear. It's just you, your will, and the brutal truth of your choices. You either obliterate your past or you chain yourself to it for the rest of your life. You either burn down the old you, the weak, hesitant, fearful version, or you sit and rot in the same cycles until there's nothing left but regret and what-ifs. You either forge a new beginning that rattles the earth beneath your feet, or you stay trapped in the small, broken world you built from fear. This is it. Unleash the past. Destroy the man who kept making excuses. Rip down everything inside you that chose weakness, and rebuild something so fierce, so relentless, so unstoppable, that the world will have no choice but to step aside when you walk through. Funnel every drop of your energy, your rage, your ambition into this moment. No turning back, no second guessing, no distractions. The choice is savage, it's final, and it's yours alone. Rise or rot, conquer or collapse, live or die, before you ever truly lived. If this lit a fire inside you, smash that like button and hit subscribe. No more waiting, no more wishing, no more weakness. This is your moment to rise and set the world on fire.